Are you comfortable talking about Africa a little bit?
Yeah.
Why were you sent there?
See, a unit was deployed there as a part of the reserve force. We had gone as a United Nations peacekeeping force. I was part of that complement. So there was a place, Abay. If you look on the internet, it'll tell you what Abay is about.
Which country?
Sudan. Now it is North Sudan and South Sudan. Abay is a location. It was absolute. I've seen people mad for no reason. They had nothing to eat, but they had sophisticated weapon with them. Those days also. And I've seen people finishing people for no reason. Life had absolutely no value, and it was one of the worst places to stay in. Anywhere in the world. 100 or 1,000 kilometers you will travel, you will not get even one glass of water. Oil you want? Yes, you will get. Not even a glass of water. I've seen early morning people taking out blood from the cow and in a bowl, and they're serving to every family member so that they can just take care of their thirst. It was again requirement, not it was necessity for survival.
The terrains like the Sahara Desert.
Absolute barren. Although there were some hills around, but there was absolutely barren. No productivity, zero. No crop shop, no business, nothing. Absolutely surviving on whatever little. And those days it was being provided by United Nations. But bad state. Nothing to eat, nothing to drink. Water was costlier and oil was cheaper.
Wow.
That is what I've seen there. Well, for one bread, people could get killed or they could have killed someone. It was as simple as that. I've seen people. I've been to garbage disposal area where I've seen people eating boot polish. I've seen people eating Odomos, medicines, irrespective. Something should go inside. And it was actually nothing less than a shit. And people just taking out something. I've seen they are having a cut because of the, broken glasses, something coming to this thing. I'm trying to tell them something, but I don't know the language. And they are trying to keep it to themselves. Probably this man is going to take this also from us. That is the kind of hunger I've seen. But thereafter, I learned water. We say save water campaign and all that. Those who really don't understand, send them to that place only for 1 week. They will get to know what is the importance of water and what is the importance of food.
What was the political situation there that caused this kind of a scenario?
Yeah, again, when there is a political instability, there was no political situation only, When everything is in the hung state, whether it is the government or it is the political party, everything.
Or militant groups against each other.
So many of them, and they've got weapon. I am surprised when you don't have a water to drink and how they manage weapon. There was one situation where two military contingent. There was some meeting that has to be organized with the SRSG. That is the senior most hierarchical appointment in the UN in a particular area. The militia group, they had to have some conversation with them to resolve some issue. So one contingent was sent, and the pilot, 2 of the officers and 30 of the men, they were kept into custody and they were taken as a hostage. They never came back. Then one more was sent. And then we were the reserve battalion. We were told we need to talk to them. I still have, I believe, a couple of photographs from that day. So I, along with 10 or 12 boys of best of mine, who were part of my Cambrian Patrol. Cambrian Patrol is one of the, it is the toughest competition in Indian Army.
What's it called?
Cambrian Patrol competition. The best team of the Indian Army who wins it, they are sent to London, Wales. So, and they are placed and they participate in competition against special forces from other unit. So I prepared and created a team and we won it. So it was those boys, my trained boys, my team, they knew everything and what best can do. And like a Rambo again, I thought, I gave weapon low and take these weapons, and once we go, immediately we get out the aircraft, we do this thing. It never happened on ground. We landed up there, and what I see, there were 2, if I remember correctly, there were 2 attack hapters there. First time I also saw that live. And there were a lot of people in the weapon with absolutely no mentality, huge and tall, everyone 6+. With the weapon and the sleeper hanging on the AK-47, firing in the air, hundreds and thousands of them. I told my boys, I see nothing going. With this kind of, scenario and numbers, believe me, it is not going to work out. And there was one rep from the UN also, one foreigner from US who was there. He said, Major, we cannot do this. But we have been sent for some task, we have to do it, buddy. Said, no, we'll not go outside. Of course, we are going outside. So I told my boys, you keep your weapon to one side. Okay? And everyone wear your UN cap and put that card on your chest and just sit quietly inside. So I said, let's move outside. No, we should not go. But there is no other option. They are firing the weapon. Let's go outside. So I encouraged him, and he said, I said, just stay with me at least. I was also actually under tremendous pressure, seeing their madness. Madness has to be, there has to be some logic in madness also. Na, yaar. I saw there was no logic. It was pure madness that day I saw. And the moment I got down, the guy who was sitting with huge machine gun and they were firing in the air, and he was very angry. He said, "Why you have come here? Why you have come here?" And with big heart, although I'll not say I was scared, but there was a lot of tension in my head. So I brought a big smile on my face, and the traditional way of, you put a hand on somebody's chest and you say, "Kulu tamam." And I said, "My buddy, Kulu tamam nahi, it is going to be calm tamam today." And I said, "Kulu tamam." I put my hand on his chest with a broad smile. I said, "Kulu tamam, how are you? My compliments to you." So he was confused what this guy is doing. Where is your leader? Why you want to meet our leader? Messi, as a military commander, I'll speak only to him. You just put me through to your guy, He was confused. He said, he's there. Well, let's go and talk. I just pretended confident, although I was not at that moment. Let's be very fair. So then he took me to his leader. Now this guy, what I saw, he was wearing a white chevron and huge tall guy, 6'4" maybe. And there were 100,000 of people along with him sitting in a mad posture on the drum, this thing, hanging weapon in every possible thing. So I went to him and I said, Kulu tamam. I said, I want to convey greetings and salutation on behalf of my men and on behalf of my team. I've come to meet you. The only solace was bloody this guy. I never been so grateful for this language, English. He knew English, yeah. Otherwise, there was no scope only to connect that dot, that chord. Fortunately, he knew the English. He said, yes. I said, you have got brave people. But, I am here with a purpose. Then I explained to him why I'm here, to organize that meeting with our SRSG and between him. So he said he can come. I had a look around. I said, believe me, this is not the environment anybody will feel comfortable to walk in. There's a purpose. Let's create that environment. I got two things I can suggest you, sir. He says, what? Sir, you've got so many people with you. Believe me, not required. And you just keep only a handful of people, maybe 10, 20, 30, whatever you want to keep with you. And they are fair enough. Rest, otherwise, I'm here with a purpose. I've got 10 guys with me. We have got weapons with us. I am here to ensure your security as well. You are the king of the soil, your land, your rules. Let's go by that.
Who was this guy? But
he was the head of that, militia organization, what they are.
Okay, like the militant leader.
Yeah, I will not exactly say militant, but yes. So he understood the point. So I requested me if you can convey this in your local lingo to this guy, so that, they are dispersed off. So he understood, said something in African. And people, trucks by trucks and trucks, they started moving. They were truck fully loaded with legs outside, firing and going and shouting something. A lot of trucks, they passed away. And then finally, a couple of people were there. But now we need to have some sitting place. So there was some room which was identified and it was cleared. And then probably created that mess into something, into amicable environment where actually one can sit and talk. They bought carrots of soft drinks and everything. But now, yes, now we are getting into that mode.